In this video, we'll see the Terraform variables. Okay. So first of all, if you want to write a complex Terraform modules, then you should be good understanding on the Terraform variables. Okay. Then here I'm adding few points, right? Why variables are required in Terraform modules. First of all, without variables, so what you can do, you have to hard code the values. Okay. Example, suppose I'm telling, right? Yeah, can you create a server? Then what you have to specify? You have to specify everything hard coded. And second thing, if you are hard coding anything, right, it is not reusable. You are creating for your own, it cannot be reused by the other people. Same code must be copied multiple times. Okay, that is the disadvantage of without using the variables. With variables, so what you can do, pass different values for different environments. Reuse same module, okay, and cleaner code, better maintenance. I'm just giving one example here. Suppose there is a Terraform module. I mean, in the later video, you can see the Terraform module and all. Okay. For the time being, suppose this is the module. That module is designed to create a EC2 instances. The same Terraform script I can use in the dev environment by specifying the okay, 1 minute. There's some. Okay, let me close here. Okay, so look here. Now this is called my variable name, and this is the value, and this is the data related to my development server. And here I am specifying another variable called instance type. The value is t2.micro. The same Terraform script when I am executing on production environment. Now look here, I am changing the image ID, or you can say instance name is prod, and also I'm changing the value instance type from micro to medium. That means the same module you can use for different environments by using the variables. The next part is that Terraform variable types. There are three types of variables. One is called your input variable, another is called local variable, and third one is called your output variables. Input variables basically for external input. Suppose user, right, who will use that Terraform module, or so they will give the value of that variable. Local variables, basically it is used for the transformation purpose, simplification purpose. Output variable basically used to display the result or module result on the screen. Now here Terraform also provides there are different types of input variables. First one is called a string. Why different types of input variable? It depends on the requirement. First variable is called your string. Next one is number, boolean, list, set, map, object, tuple, and any. These many input variables are available here. Okay. This is the overview of the Terraform variables. Now let me focus more here in this file on the input variables. So first of all, if you want to declare an input variable, you have to start with a keyword called variable. If you have to start a predefined keyword. This keyword is given by the Terraform. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to declare the predefined keyword called variable. Then you have to specify the name. This is user defined. This name can be anything. And it should be always within the double quotes. That is the syntax you have to follow. Next one is I am specifying type is string, and I am giving a default value dev. If you are not specifying any value for this variable, then the default value dev will be considered. The next one is input variable is number variables. Now same way, you have to specify, you have to declare if you want to declare a variable, then you have to start with a keyword called variable. Then name of the variable, here I am providing name of the variable is CPU, and it should be always in the double quotes. Then you have to start a open flower bracket. After that you have to specify type. This type of the variable is number. Then I am providing here default value is 2. The same way you can also declare a list variable. This is my list variable. The variable name is regions. The type is list of string. This is the basically open square bracket and close square bracket basically used for the list data type. Now the list, inside the list, what you can keep? You can keep the string. String means whatever you are keeping within double quotes is considered as a string. The next one is called your map of string. The name is sizes. The type is map of string, and here I am providing, this is my key. Basically this is a map, means you can consider as a key value, or if you have good on, yeah, if you know the Python or JSON data, right, there is a key value pair is there. So here you specify the key, and this is called your value. Also another key is prod. This is called my t3.large. Next I am declaring another variable is called object. The object, here I am clearly specifying CPU number, memory and string. Okay, what here also key value, and the map of string also key value, object also key value. Then what is the difference between map and object? If you see, map, it is string. String means the value should be key and value should be string, right? There you can add any number of key values. I can add any number of key values here, but and the data type should be one type. The data type should be always string. You can't change the data type. But here in the object type, you can keep mixed data type, number, string you can keep, but the keys are constant. You can't keep more than 3 keys and its values. That is the difference between map and string. Sorry, map and object. The next one is called your set variable. Set also, it looks like a list, but what is the difference between list and set? In a list you can add duplicate values here. So I can add also another value called US is to 1. I can keep duplicate, but set does not allow duplicate. Next one is called my tuple. Tuple also looks like list and set. So what is the difference between tuple as compared to list and set? Tuple can hold heterogeneous data type. I mean you can keep string, number, boolean, but list and set only it can hold one type of data. Either it can be string, number or anything. But it is, you can say, homogeneous, same type of data you can keep there. This is about your input variable. It's fine. What you did, you declared the input variables. The next one is, I'm just explaining here local variables, and here I'm keeping in the local.tf. So first of all, if you want to create a local variable, you have to start with a keyword, predefined keyword called locals. This is called my locals. You can see I'm starting with locals, and this is the variable name. This is called your variable name. And here what I'm doing, now suppose look here, I have declared many variables. Okay, variable name of the variable. If you want to access that variable value, how you can access it in Terraform? You have to use a predefined keyword called var dot that variable name. Look here, if I'm going to my input variable, there is a env variable is already declared. And it is holding the data is called dev, right? If I want to access this data, then I have to use a keyword called var. Var means I'm clearly telling, hey Terraform, go to the variable and there is a variable name called env, give me the data. Then it is doing some transformation. I told, right, Terraform locals basically used for the transformation purpose. If env is prod, then I should use instance type large, otherwise micro. That is the some calculations you are performing by using the local variables. This local variable cannot accept any data directly from the user. It can get the data from the variables and all. Same way also I am declaring another variable called instance type. Also I am doing some transformation here. Okay, this is a ternary operator. If you have little bit understanding on the programming, this is basically ternary operators. And this is about my local variables. Local variables, what is the purpose? This is basically for the transformation purpose. If my input variable is holding very complex data, by using local variables, I can simplify it. Then I can use when really I need the infra creation. The next one is called my output variables. Now in the output variable, see that once the transformation is done, I want to display that result on my screen. How you can do that? You need the output variable. To declare the output variable, you have to use a keyword called output. Then you have to specify the name of the variable. Then here I am writing env out within double quotes. Then I am getting the data, transformation data from the local variable, right? That is the reason I am writing, hey, go to the local variable, see is there any variable called instance env, then store that data here in the value. This value is also predefined. You can't define this anything else. Same way here also I am doing local.instance type, again I am storing in the value here. This is about the input variable, local variable and output variable. Why it is required? So that you can make a robust Terraform script. Anyone can use it, you can reuse it. That is the purpose of that. Now let me run the Terraform plan and we will see there, you will see here the output. Okay, let me go to Terraform variable. Now let me just execute Terraform plan. Look here, this is the output you are seeing, right? Why you are changes to the outputs? It is basically output variables. Why the data you are able to see here? Because of the output variables. This is about the variables. In the next video, we will see the variable validation. Thank you.